Hey, good afternoon. Good evening. I'm sorry, good evening. Welcome to my channel, Underrated Doctors. Yours truly, the number one grinder. One of the best kept secrets on YouTube. This is the Underrated MMA Talk, number 15. We got Brother George up in the piece. I will bring him in after the intro. Let me read this out. Come and enjoy a real conversation with the number one grinder, us as the righteous ones. Individually, let's make a change within ourselves and genuinely be being there for each other. We all we got. Remember that. We all we got. Take this off. So after the intro, the Underrated MMA Sports Talk, number 15. Come after this.
Sometimes people don't know how much hard work you put in. But when it comes time to battle, you must think about each and every day that you put that hard work in.
Why don't you play anymore?
Brian Banks was 16 years old when he was accused of a crime he did not commit.
Welcome back to my channel, Underrated Dogs. Your truth, the number one grinder. We got the one and only Brother George Page, the Emperor of Lady Body Bills and also MMA extraordinaire. And let me bring the brother in. How you doing, my brother?
How you doing, brother? How you doing, everybody? Good Sunday evening. I hope y'all enjoyed y'all weekend, and I hope y'all enjoyed the rest of the day.
Yeah. Got a good one tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Got a good one tonight. So, we go. How you feel, brother? I'm sorry. How you feel?
I'm fine. I'm all right. How about yourself?
I'm a little hot, but I'll be all right and everything. And I was very excited, to greet it because we see somebody got their behind kicked. Yeah. Holly got dealt with. Am I right?
Who?
Holly
who?
Hold on. Maybe I talk about the wrong. Maybe I talk about the wrong.
No, I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about the very I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah, we gonna talk about it.
Because my hope was I felt like Misha Tate has been out of the fight game for 5 years.
Right.
I didn't think and believe that she had a chance. Mari, even though Mari was on a 3-fight losing streak, I thought Mari could have this fight, but it's just, and you know what people say, like, well, Misha Tate, I'm not gonna be one of those people that say, yeah, Misha Tate is good. Nah, forget Misha Tate. Fuck Misha Tate.
Okay.
Yeah, forget her.
But we're gonna talk about it. We can talk about it.
We can talk about it. I don't have to like it. We're gonna talk about it.
We gotta talk about it. Now, let's get into it.
I was just
So
my really what it was just that Mr. Tate just I say she just came in, she just did she what had to do, but the problem is Martin should have really see what Martin. She's a slow starter, and I know and people always gonna say it's father time and age and all of that, but she should have really just used her experience. And like I said, Misha Tate has not been in the game for at least 5 years. She should have just even though she has the experience, she should have just took advantage of her ring rust. And that's all that happened. That's the truth of it was. Yeah, Maureen didn't take advantage of Misha Tate's ring rust. That's all it really is. I know people gonna say it's father time. She's 44 years old, but she's been constantly fighting. She has taken some battles. She has got beaten, but she's been fighting. She's been active, and I felt like she should have just she should have took the advantage from the get go. That's what she should have done, and she could have had this fight. I love Marion, and I'm sad to see that she has left MMA behind. She has she. I'm glad she has a life. She has a family. She has a business. She's doing better. But Misha Tate, her reason she's there because the fanboy simps want to bring it back because you can't get Ron Rousey to come back. She ain't gonna come back. They try to get somebody so they get the next best thing. That's Misha Tate. And Misha Tate, the point is that she's just gonna be the new punching bag for the division. She's not going to go that far. They'll probably put her against a couple of soup cans if they can. But if she gets any higher, she's just going to be a punching bag. I don't know why she should have kept her ass back home making babies and cooking cookies. Hello?
I
Yeah,
mute myself by
you,
mistake. You can hear me now?
yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, you shouldn't say that, bro. You know they don't come
Nah,
back.
I'm gonna be a hater. Call me Sicky Johnson. like like Misha, I'm gonna put like milk in your mama's water bowl. I mean, I'm gonna be a hater.
I'll be like, yo. You know George Payson. He said he thinks all women are about making babies.
I didn't say that. I said her. She needs to keep her ass back home.
I'm talking about her, but I'm talking about she talking about making babies. So you know how they feel about women. Where the
I,
baby go? So I would say this: where the baby gonna come out from us?
never. We're not meant to.
Right, exactly. So so people like when people talk like that, I'll be like, listen, like I told you before, I was in special ed, but I left. I'm just
Yeah. See,
all
the fact
right.
is, like, one thing is like if abortion, if men could have babies, abortion be legal, and there'd be like a revolving door to abortion clinics.
I'm gonna say one last thing. We're gonna get back at this. There is a man did. Oh man, I don't want to say this because I just ate. I should have waited to eat to say this. I shouldn't eat, but it's gonna make me say so. If I say George take over, you know what I mean. It's gonna make me throw up. But
Oh,
yeah, well, I won't say anyway. Man did had a baby, but he had a. Oh God. It's the third letter of the alphabet, and then it says section. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I don't want to say.
yeah,
I do not want to say
yeah.
the
Don't
letter.
don't say. I know. We know what you're talking about, brother. We know what you're talking about. Yeah, yeah,
Okay. Yeah. All right. Let's get back into it. Everything. Um. Let's talk about the matches. Which matches you want to talk about first?
Well, like I said, I didn't watch much of it. I don't follow the man as hard as I do. There were some fights that were the main event that was uneventful because it wasn't that really that you know um truthfully a couple of, like I said, what I follow most of the time, I follow most of the big talk right now is the hold up between that Francis Ngannou might not be going to be fighting with UFC much longer because right now Francis is talking about he wants to box because he wants to have an open contract where he can box, and he's talking about he might want to get out of that. And the thing is that Dana White, he don't let his fighters do anything outside of of MMA. But if you go to like a company like Bellator, where they give their fighters options, and there's fighters can do, there's fighters that can they do they fight with like other organizations, not just MMA. They might do boxing, they might do kickboxing, Muay Thai competitions. They dip into several other forms of combat to keep themselves busy between matches. Now, also, Bellator just recently cut um, 18 fighters from their lineup.
Wow.
Yes, and they've been doing a lot of cuts since the first of this year. I think they cut 15 first of the year, and they cut 18 more. Now, out of the fighters has been 4 women, because as you know, why I focus more on the women because they are the ones who really don't get much attention to compared to the men. Um, the first one is a lady by the name of Beck Rollins. You know who Beck Rollins is? Beck Rollins used to fight over at the UFC.
Yeah.
She was a strawweight, and she was part of the original cast of women that was part of that group when they did the Tough series, where they started the women's division. And then her most she lost to Paige Van Zant when she did a famous kind of crane kick. Well, Beck, she got cut was about a couple years back from the UFC, and Beck started doing the bare knuckle fighting thing. And Beck is over there. She does bare knuckle. She has been a champion there, and she was 1-1 at the in Bellator, so they cut her. And now I
Oh,
think there's talks that she's going to be doing some bare knuckle fighting this fall, and it's also to try to push um, a possible fight between her and Paige Van Zant. Now, Paige Van Zant just this weekend supposed to have a fight against another former UFC fighter by name Richard Ostovich at bare knuckle fighting. I think supposed to happen I think what was the date? I think this coming weekend, I believe. Was it 19th? I forgot what day it was. But I don't I found out. Anyway, the next fighter was a fighter by name of you might have heard of her, Heather Harding. Head
yeah.
of the Heat Harden. Yeah, she was a boxer. She fought about earlier this like about a little bit like about a month or so ago, and she lost to her opponent in a boxing match. Now Heather was 2-2. In her last fight, a fighter by the name of Christina Warhorse Williams kicked her in the face, and her face just totally exploded. Now
Oh,
Heather says she's not going to do any mixed martial arts because Heather's like over 36 years old. She's 36 years old. She says too much for her, especially doing the role and all that. And she came in kind of late. This is advice. If you're gonna do something like MMA, you'd rather do it when you're young. When you're over a certain age, it's too much for you. You can't like uh Christian Shields in her mid 20s, and that's good for her because she's still young, she's still developing. But if you have the Hardy, who's like 37 years old, have a couple of kids, you can't keep it up. So I think she should stick with boxing, and that's good for her. Now, the next person who got cut was another MMA fighter. She fights in featherweight over in Bellator, and that was Amanda Lady Kayla Bell. And Bell fought a couple of times for a possible contendership for the featherweight title. She fought Invicta. She fought Megan Anderson, and she was 3-4. In her last fight, she lost I think a couple of fights to Arlene Blanco, who just fought Friday night, and also Leslie Peacemaker Smith, who fought Cyborg last month. And I think she fights as a featherweight, but if she goes anyway, she can always go back to Invicta, where they got a strong featherweight division for the women, not as strong compared to Bellator's, or she can go to PFL and she can fight as a lightweight. That's 155, and that's a good place where because PFL has a place for bigger girls. The last person that got cut was Olga Rubin. Now Olga Rubin, yeah, she's 4-2, and she fought for the title against Julia Budd about a couple years back. 4-2. Now the other 3 women, their records weren't that good. You got 1-1, 2-2, 3-4. She's 4-2, meaning she only had 2 losses. She fought for the title, and she's 4-2. And like we talk about this, I think we talk about Coach and Karma Breaker 99. We'll see why it happened. But here's the thing: why Olga is from Israel. She lives in Israel. And I think Bellator was thinking that it'd be too expensive for her to bring over here. plus with the thing going on with the virus, travel restrictions, all of that, it's the cost of it for the travel for to bring over here and whatever else and all that stuff. So that's why probably they cut her. But she's 4-2, a good fighter. If anybody's smart, I would say this: the UFC is smart because they have a 145 division, but they don't want to stack it with any real fighters. They will pick her up, and that's about UFC. They talk about that women at 145, they can't find attractive women at 145, but there are women who are big, voluptuous, attractive women who will make who defy the idea that UFC is basically you might say based on college kids, guys, white male ideology of what a woman should look like. That's why they're not going to have they don't want the animal division because even though guys like smaller girls, but they think the smaller girls they're going to bring much of a fights. They don't want to bring in the featherweight division, let it grow because they don't think that the women are too big and not attractive. But you're going to see more knockouts, and it's just bull over there. There are fighters who will love to come up to UFC because UFC is like the major leagues.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's women who love the opportunity to prove themselves over there, but they snatch up some women just to be building blocks for other competitors.
Yeah.
And that's all it is. I mean, wasn't that long ago there was a fighter by the name of Manon Ferriat from France, and she fought a fighter by the name of Tabitha Ritchie, who fought as a strawweight at PFL. Now that's 115. The girl fought at flyweight. This girl's a small girl. Marriott is just big. Marriott could fight as a bantamweight, and she just beat this girl. At one point, she even grabbed the girl by the head and hit her in the head. I mean, it's just, and that was just, whoa, a minute. She had Marriott really, Malone Reach had a regional opponent. That opponent had to drop out. Instead of just, maybe wait for that opponent to come back or find an opponent that's more close to, Manon's weight or like that. They take somebody who's from another weight class and bring them up. And they did this before with Lauren Murphy. They fought this chick from Russia who's a strawweight. Bring her in and just to pad Lauren Murphy's record. They do this. They get fighters to pad other fighters' records. And then they have fighters or they have if a fighter gets injured or hurt, or especially with this virus was going around, instead of they push back a fight, or they just find another opponent. For some fighters, they'll change rules for some fighters, but others they just like. Hello.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah, it's crazy. I think and then we have the situation as Conor McNuggets just got out of the hospital, and he's sitting home. He's sitting in his car drinking whiskey, a beer, or whatever. And they want to push a possible fourth fight, but here's them like this: no one wants to see truthfully, people who don't want to see, but what it is they try to for the fans who are fans of Conor McGregor, they want to push his fight. But anybody with real common sense, there's no point that Conor is now 2-1 against Dustin Poirier, and there's no reason to push a fight. It's like this: if you have a fight where I won one, you won one, let's have a third one to break the draw. Okay, break the tie. That's fair. But when you have fight that's 2-1, there's no point for. There's no point for There's no point for you. As in boxing, you rarely ever see that have a third fight when somebody's 2-2. You remember Joe Frazier and Ali is 1-1 till they had that last fight. Leonard and what's his name? Leonard and you know what I'm talking about. Sugar Ray Leonard and I got his name. I know his name. The dude that beat Sugar Ray Leonard the first time, they had a second fight and then had a third fight. And it's just tradition. When you have a fight, when you have two fighters, you have a third fight, it has to be even. Like kind of like when you're pushing with the Wilder and Fury fight. It's the first fight was a draw, which should have been Wilder's fight. Second fight, Tyson Fury won, and now they're pushing for the third fight. And now you know what Tyson Fury said, he has the virus because he's not ready. Yeah.
Yeah. So you ain't watched no fights throughout this weekend, huh?
Oh, I watched some. I did watch. There was a fight between and Bellator. They had the women's straw flyweight championship, and that was between Denise Miss Dynamite Killhouse and the champion Juliana Velasquez. And that was another fight I was rooting for. Miss Dynamite. I'm a fan of Denise Killhouse. She's a former kickboxing champion. She was on a 4-fight winning streak, and she in her fight she was throwing at least over 400 punches, landed 101, while the other side, Velasquez was throwing over 200 punches and only landed 46. But for some reason, because I don't know why, the judges said it was a split decision, and it went to Velasquez. Now, if you're like this, when you have one fighter who's throwing more punches, and her punches was staggering the champion, you would think that, and also she's throwing more kicks and body shots and everything like that. You would think that person should be the winner. But what it was, Velasquez was doing jabs. Then, the judges made it go with damage. They saw that Denise Killhouse's eyes were swelling up. Her nose looked a bit broken, and she had more facial damage. While Velasquez had a little bloody lip and maybe a little bruised nose. But in their mindset, it wasn't enough. So usually in a fight, when you feel like it's close, you prejudice, you go to the champion. It's the same like any sport. When you have a fight, when you have a competition that gets close, you go with the champion. Rarely ever, even when it's close, you go with the contender. It's almost rarely ever go with the contender. But like I said, Miss Dynamite, there's possibly maybe a push for a rematch between her and Denise Killhouse in the future. But it's also there's another fighter that's just had a fight maybe a couple of weeks ago. That's Liz the Gorilla Carmouche. She knocked out a woman who's supposed to be the next contender in 23 seconds in the first round. That's a fight that's possibly going to happen. But it's it's up there. I think Bellator is just, a lot of these promotions can be shady. They pick somebody who they want to push, and they'll push them and they make them stars, whatever else. And then if they overlook somebody who has the talent, right? Not like over here at UFC, you have Carla Esparza, the Cookie Monster, who's been on a 4-fight winning streak. She's probably supposed to be next in line for the title for the strawweight division against Rose Namajunas. Now, here's the thing about this. She beat Rose Namajunas 7 years ago for the strawweight title. When that's what I said. When strawweight title started back 7 years ago, it was between her and Rose, and she beat to regain the title. Rose has regained the title because this is the first time in the division that somebody has regained the title. And now Carla could possibly be the second person to regain the title. But it's a lot of politics is holding up. I think also the former champion, Weili Zhang, she's crying about wanting to want a rematch because she feel like she didn't lost the fight, but she got knocked out. That head kick knocked her out, and Rose jumped on her like a flying shit, and beat the crap out of her. And then also there's Joanna Jędrzejczyk who's crying about, she wants this opportunity for the title, but she has not fought in over a year. Not since she looked like a pumpkin head after her last fight with the former champion Weili Zhang. And if the UFC, I don't know why the UFC wouldn't, hey, you know what, you fight whoever wants you to fight. That should be just the guideline of it. But some people, they have privilege.
Yeah, that's true. That's so true. They figure they entitled, and you ain't did nothing.
No. She was like on social media say, well, she's training, and then she goes on vacation in Mexico. She go back to training, then she goes on vacation in the Bahamas. And while everybody else has been fighting during the pandemic, some fighters fighting 2 or 3 times since last year. She has not fought since the last time when they had a real full crowd, and that's been since 2019. And she's been out of the game since almost pretty much a year, over a year. And I know she had the issue because of the fight because she had a huge hematoma, and yeah, I know she had to follow concussion protocol. But once that hematoma had healed, she should have been ready to come fight, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, the big talk about is the last pay per view was Gilbert Burns who fought against Kamar Usman a while back, and he fought against Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. And now the
Mm.
question is, now that he beat Thompson, is he has a chance to fight for the
Mm. No.
because he lost against Usman. Truthfully, people want to see is a fight between Usman and Kobe Covington, which is who I call the bastard son of Jeffro Bodine. And
Wow.
yeah, and then that's the fight, because the last fight, Usman broke Covington's jaw, and Usman and he's just been all over, um, you know, on Kamar's behind about about, hey, you didn't beat me, and Usman told him, yeah, I broke your face. I broke your face. You had to get your jaw right. Your jaw was right for at least 6 months. You couldn't fight or do anything. And as there was possibly, the last 261, which was the last good pay per view where they had, he knocked out Sweet Jesus, George Masvidal. I know he calls himself Jorge, but I just call him George, which is Spanish for Jorge. And Masvidal is talking about wanting another shot, but man, you're done. He just talk about him maybe a rematch with Nate Diaz, but Nate Diaz, he just fought a while back and he didn't do too good. And Nate Diaz needs to think about retire. His brother Nick is supposed to be fighting Robbie Lawler. And last time Lawler fought, when he fought against Ben Askren, and that fight was in a controversy. I mean, a lot of these fighters like um, the Diaz brothers, Lawler, I think, uh, Cowboy Cerrone, they need to be cut. They're old. They have, Lawler fought be like
But, no. Hello? Hello? Hold on. Oh, okay. He said he lost connection. Okay, let me hit this back. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah. It's something that happened a while ago. I don't know what's going on in my computer sometimes. It's still a new computer. It just, I think it's
Okay.
just my Wi-Fi went out for a minute.
I went out. Okay, S gotcha. Come on in. I sent a link to you, so let's come on in. Let's talk. And brother Lou, thanks for coming. Appreciate that. This is the underrated MMA sports talk number 15, brother. And we did talk about the fight. Man, and she got ran over.
Don't talk about that. Don't talk about it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you talk about women too much. I don't understand why. Y'all want to know? Do you ever had a woman before? No.
What's the problem? Like I said, the guys get more attention because the fact is, you got to think about it, there's 11,000 channels dedicated to the guys. Now, most of the time, I'll talk about guys that
Again, I don't know what's going on.
I know, but I don't really follow a lot of the guys because some of the guys I don't, yeah. But like I said, the women need more attention. They do.
Mm-hmm. They really do. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely. Yeah, you
yeah.
was going in and out, bro.
Yeah, I think yes. Some of my issue, my Wi-Fi. Yeah, we had a big storm a while ago. Came
Oh, you
through.
did?
Yeah, yeah. I live. It's been raining down here around North Carolina. We had like a lot of storms the past few days, and might have been messing with my Wi-Fi a bit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because it was storming this morning about something to one, and my internet was out for a few minutes.
Mm, yeah, it's crazy. This is a wet summer too. I mean, usually you don't have that much rain. You might have maybe a couple showers every couple of 2 or 3 weeks apart, something like that. But sometimes you might have, I think we had like maybe 2 or 3 uh like about back to back almost.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, shout out to Commander Lou. Thanks for coming. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Anything so. Yeah, man. But I thought so. Again, welcome to my channel, Underrated Dr. Yours truly. Underrated Dr. Yours truly, the number one grinder with George Pace, the Emperor of Ladies Bodybuilding. So we're gonna so bro, you guys speak on anything that deals with MMA, you know.
Yeah, I like speaking. I know people hear me the how I feel about, but I'm a big fan of Mario. I think she was a great lady, and I think she really got a lot of a short stick of the MMA. 'Cause fact that she was over, when she started to see, she was like over 20 some years old, and she did a great job in her career. I think, she got a lot of fights where she should have won, but she didn't because of judging or whatever. And this fight, I think they saw her as an easy mark, and they needed a soft touch for Misha Tate, and that's why they put her in with. They could have put her in with somebody else, but they didn't want to put Misha with somebody who was hungry, who probably ran over Misha Tate. And now I think Misha Tate is not coming. She's talking about, is she going to be a contender? No, Misha Tate is just going to be a punching bag for the division. That's all she's going to be. And only reason why she's there is because the fanboys from back in the day when the division just started, you know, when you had Ronda Rousey and her, they
Yeah.
were the top women back then. Can't get Ronda Rousey back because Ronda's pregnant. She's over in WWE, and
Right.
that's why Misha's there. I don't know why she come back. Why? This is the question. Why did you come back after 5 years?
Well, you know what? When brother Escott Detroit, he said, "Hold on," so he should be here any minute. And we gonna address this. We gonna talk about this. I want to know why she come back either. We ain't see you like about 5 years, right?
And she's been running around doing hating on Cyborg, talking about this and that.
Yeah. She
Yeah,
hates Cyborg and Amanda Nunes and all that. And
yeah,
what you doing?
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know what's
That's
going on. No.
that's why I call her Misha Cupcake hates hate. She
Yeah,
thinks like she could do better, but no, she probably won't even get back past maybe the number 14 person on the list, if maybe 15.
right. Yeah.
There's a good chance an unranked person can run her through. The sport has changed. She and they talk about wrestling. She's a wrestler. That's it. Wrestling's not enough. I mean, she did beat Holly Holm. Yes, she beat Holly Holm. Holly Holm was just, Holly mostly had the kid.
Holly Holm, what are you? She what it used to be.
Hmm. And
So yeah.
they want to push a Holly Holm rematch, but no, she know if Holly has changed a bit. Her fight against Megan Anderson a few years ago, Holly beat Megan with her grappling, not with her striking, because she didn't know she want to fight with Megan. Megan was least Megan's like 6 feet tall, and
Yeah.
Holly and she knocked people. She knocked girls out.
Yeah.
She want to stand up with Megan, so she took it to the ground, and that's how she beat Megan Anderson. She learned from that lesson. When she fought against Misha Tate. I don't think Misha Tate don't want to fight this version of Holly Holmes because she has evolved. She don't want to fight against Amanda Nunes. Amanda Nunes made her nose break apart, and she had at least half a dozen nose surgeries before that fight with Misha Tate. And there's something some people don't know. People might notice that Dana White bought her boob job, so she must still owe him for it.
Whoa, Tom, no. Hold up, man. I wish I had some more. Whoa.
What?
Time out. No. Time out. Whoa.
What?
Time out. Whoa.
What?
Time out. Yo, repeat that again. Yo, before you said, this is the underrated MMA sports talk, number 15, exclusive. Say it again, y'all.
You
Say
didn't
it
know
again.
this is common knowledge. Dana White bought her boob job. He
So
paid for a nose job. He bought a boob job.
it's safe to say maybe Dana White is really, on the low hitting that.
Yeah, Dana White. He has a thing for certain women. He'll go after. He'll go. Dana White has a thing. He'll go after strippers. He go after ring girls. He has messed with some of the MMA fighters. He has some particular ones that are his favorites. I can't. I don't know. I ain't saying I'm gonna name names, but there's some fighters who are who kind of get a pass. Some fighters I can't believe why to say like some of the ones that who might be come say come saw. They're not into guys really, but somehow some way either their girlfriend or a friend of a friend or something like that. Like most definitely Raquel Pennington. I don't know why she's still there. She fought Amanda Nunes, who was supposed to be her friend, her buddy, her fiance, hang out with her and her wife, and she gets to fight against Nunes. Then she gets beat up. Then she gets on a pretty much on a fighting streak. She bounced back when she beats Marion. Use Marion as a stepping stone for her return. After she was suspended for being on PEDs, and I think somebody said it was a deal made because she was a sparring buddy for Ronda Rousey. Somebody, excuse me, somebody spread some legs for somebody to get something. I know it sounds like, but it's some people get too many advantages for no particular reasons. And Dana White has his favorites. He'll push somebody. He'll put this was an interview my man coach did with a fighter by the name of Randa Marcos, Quiet Storm. She's a Canadian. She's a Canadian Persian. She's a Canadian fighter. She's Iranian. She was also one of the Ranger women who was part of that Tough series when they started the strawweight division. Now, Randa she fought a fight a few months earlier and she got injured. And Randa was told to fight another fighter by the name of Marina Rodriguez. Now, Marina Rodriguez is supposed to be fighting Mackenzie Dern, and I think about next month, a month after next, I think. And and Randa said she didn't want to fight because she had an injury. But they say either you fight or you get cut. That's what she was told. She fight the girl, the fight ends with a draw. You know, and she just fought her last fight against another fighter, where the fight ended with her hitting the girl with a up kick. When they both were down. I forgot the girl's name. They both were down, and then the girl faked like she got hurt. Now, people compare it as a situation to with Aljamain Sterling and Petra Yan. But here's this: Petra Yan ran Aljamain Sterling with a knee while he was down,
Right.
and Aljamain was hurt. He couldn't keep on going. This girl, she faked it. They were both down opponents. I don't know why the referee didn't call it a no contest. They were both down. It wasn't. It wasn't on purpose. They were both down opponents. It wasn't like he could have just called it a no contest instead of getting the girl to fight. And the girl, she said, "Did I win or lose?" Most people don't think about when they win, lose, and they get knocked out like that. And she gets carried off like it's a scene from The Bodyguard.
Right.
I saw that fight. That fight was bull crap. The referee should have had enough guts to say, you know what, it's a no contest.
Right.
That's why sometimes the refs can be just as bad as the judges. They would say the rules, but you could use your judges have discretion, and the judge could have said, referees have discretion, and he could have said, you're both down opponents. You were both in a struggle to get out of your position. The kick happened by accident. We're gonna call it a no contest.
Just that. Yes, they should do that, right?
Mm-hmm. And people compared it to Petra Yan, but see, when this girl gets hurt, they feel sorry for her. But when Aljamain gets hurt, oh well, you get up, you got up. See, it's about it's about complexion. She's a Brazilian girl. He's a black man. That's a different thing. I support Aljamain because I think he got hurt. You have somebody who purposely run in your face with a knee, and this was and Petra Yan is Russian, and Khabib Nurmagomedov. He was watching the fight. He's good. He's good friends with Daniel Cormier, DC, and he told DC he heard because he knows he's Russian and both of them are Russians. He heard Jan's corner tell him to hit the guy with a knee as he's down. He told him that. He told DC that. He did that on purpose. And people are going there, well, y'all should get a rematch. No. You should be disqualified. You should get no rematch. You should wait till the next guy after the next fight, and then you'll probably get your rematch. You shouldn't be
mute your mic. Mute your mic.
Oh.
Hello?
Oh,
there ain't too much noise in the background, Joe.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you gotta fix that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. But anyway, it's a double standards in because of racism, double standards. If you are a black fighter, and like wasn't that long ago we had a fight? There was a fight, Leon Edwards versus Chris Weidman. Chris Weidman, he had a fight against years ago. He fought Anna Silver. Silver kicked a Weidman, and his whole foot went to like a sausage triangles. But then the same thing happened to Chris Weidman, but everybody's on Leon Edwards' back. But this was something that happened, same thing, a few years later, to Anderson Silva, but no one's on Weidman's back. But you're gonna be on Leon Edwards' back. What kind of shit is that? Hello?
Yeah, I'm right here. All right, Escacha. I'm mute your mic. Okay. Welcome, brother.
What's up,
Yeah.
What's up,
welcome,
How you guys doing?
Hey.
All right.
Hey.
I'm just over here grinding on my channel, man. and I'm trying to make this money over here. So I apologize for being late, guys, man.
No apologies, no apologies. I was grinding earlier. I was working on some videos also myself.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
man. Man. You be coming too late, man. You making me feel like maybe start messing with you. Hey, man. I
Nah, 'cause
mean,
I'm trying to, like I said, I'm trying to make this money over here, man. So I'm trying to grind over here. So that's why.
okay. I got you.
Remember they said, make the money, don't make the money make you.
Okay, yeah. Escacho, we was talking about the fight. With the myth, with the fighter. She was I don't want to say her name. That she was out of commission for 5 years, and
Uh, Misha Tate, delusional. I
yeah,
can't say that word.
yeah. You can say that she is
You
Cupcake
mean
delusional.
that
I don't
delusion?
know. And how you let her beat you like that, man?
cake. Yeah.
I hate that damn chick. I swear, I can't stand her. She's so
I can't.
delusional.
I don't know why she even come back, XA. Why she come back for? And I was hoping Mari, I feel like Mari could have beat her. She had been fighting for 5 years. Mari's been active. You know, Mari, like I said, Coach said Mari's a slow starter. Mari should have put the gun, she should have pulled the trigger on her, hit her with an elbow, slapped her into that triangle, and submitted her ass. And shut up these damn Misha Tate simps. I'm tired
Yeah,
of them.
Escacha, I heard Dana White gave a boob job, gave her the boobs job on Miss Tate, man.
Well, because if you guys look back in Strikeforce, Misha Tate was flat chested. And like I said, if you look at it, she fits the perfect. She fits the perfect narrative. She's a white girl, so she gets the white privilege. You know what I mean? So
Okay.
Pay for a boot job, pay for her nose jobs.
Wow.
everything.
You trying to say she had an elephant nose?
No, she had
Well,
too many.
yeah, because if you look at it, what's his name? Amanda Nunes punched her nose in so bad that she ends up
Oh
quitting.
yeah, brother George was telling us about right.
Yeah. She just her nose just leaks like a stick pig. I mean, she has too much, too much nose damage, and plus Ronda Rousey broke her arm.
Oh wow. Okay, so that's what we was basically talking about. That's what we was talking about. Brother Escacha. Anything you want to add on, brother? This past
I
weekend?
mean, the fights were kind of boring. Just
Yeah, George did say it too. Yeah, it
Yeah,
was.
yeah, it was lackluster. I mean, the two fights I was going for, the people I was going for, they kind of didn't. They came up short. Denise Killhouse and Mario Reno, I was really rooting for him. There was another fight that was I think it was Arlene Blanco versus Deanna Silva. That fight, Arlene knocked out Silva around about the second round. It's probably push her for a shot at Cyborg. No, I think Barley Blanco don't have no shot. No one's been saying what's going on with Julia Budd. I think they said that her contract supposed to have ended and she's up in the air or something right now. There's a good chance that I don't know. She might just go ahead and retire, or she can run over the PFL. It's just a lot of these. There's a lot of good fighters that just need opportunities, and UFC don't. I mean, I think with Julia, she's about the same as Holly Holmes, but and she's Canadian. So if she's still in Canada, but she was able to fight. Her last fight was against what was that last fight? XA. That Julia Budd fought. I forget. It wasn't.
it wasn't Cyborg, but it was an
No.
unknown girl.
Mm-hmm. I try to remember it. I think it wasn't man. No, it was not Amanda Bell. It was somebody else. It was somebody. And that's been like around about time when that was last year, and that's been a while. And I think now they got. This also we just some also we just they just picked up Pam Bam Sorensen, who's the former Victor 145 champion. And Pam Bam been wanting to go to UFC. She hadn't fought since she fought Caitlin Young, and that was year before last, I think.
Yeah.
And she hadn't defended titles since then, since she won it. Because Invicta, they don't fight as often as UFC or Bellator. Invicta might fight 3 times in a year, but now Invicta has a new contract. They fight on Access TV. They just had the atomweight tournament. Jessica Bonet is going to have a rematch sometime soon with Alicia Zapatella, and it says it might be supposed to be doing now that she vacated the title, they're probably going to have a Phoenix series for the featherweight division, and they're going to probably put the title up for grabs.
Okay.
Did you guys talked about that fight with Amanda Lemos and Masteras Conjedos?
We can talk about that one. I missed that one. You can talk about that one.
Yeah, we get into that.
Yeah, I did this though because a lot of people were saying that the stoppage was bad. I thought it was a good stoppage. When Amanda Lemos dropped her with the right hook, she hit it. What's his name? She hit her when she dropped it. She hit her with a hammer fist, and she was out. And a lot of people are saying that the stoppage was early. I think it was a good stoppage because when she got back up, you could clearly see that she was out on her feet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Kind of like with that situation with Marina Rodriguez and Amanda Ribas when she got knocked out and they stopped her because you can't even though you look like you might be still going. I don't think you want it because it's not like boxing. They give you that you get that 8 count, you keep on going. If they see you look like you're gonna be a good chance to get knocked out again, they stop it right there.
Yeah,
right, especially for a woman fight.
Mm-hmm. I think the judges are more. I think the referees are more prejudiced when it comes down to women. They give men more of a chance, but I think especially I think more with the older male judges. I think if the more women referee fights, I think men will give the women more opportunities. But men I think are more. We have that white knight mentality. We want to protect the woman, especially like someone like a Masavat. She's small, she's cute. She got a big old butt, and I think he probably wanted to protect her from getting hurt. And this about her. She also used to train with the Shevchenkos for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, the fights this weekend, I think like almost all the betting favorites won the fight, man. That was crazy. I mean, if you guys look at the odds were so high, man. I mean, when Islam Makhachev fought that Thiago Mois guy, what's his name? Islam Makhachev, he was -700. I don't know, man, but the odds were very high, man, for that card last night, man. And to me, it looked like all the favorites won their matches, man. Shit was crazy, man.
Yeah. My favorite didn't win the fight. My favorite was I was so disappointed. I can't be. This is one of these ones. I can't be a good sport, XA. I can't be a good sport. No matter how much I love Marion, but I feel like
I love Marion too.
Yeah,
I mean, I love her too, man. But I can't stand Misha Tate. I can't stand this.
Me either. And we all know why she.
Oh God.
We all know why she's there because it's for the fans who want to go back in the day, but you can't go back in the past.
Maybe I got one thing better. If y'all want to hear it,
go ahead.
I think Dana White really miss her. Dana White don't have her. I think Dana White like, I miss you. Then she might say, I need a butt job. And then he say, I need my butt for you. You want some of this, right? And then that's why he got it back and everything. And Dana White say, if you be Holly Hall, I get your butt down there. But the only time, you the only one that I gotta be the only one to touch your butt because I'm the one gonna put $100,000 on that butt. And he said, all right. And then she said, yeah. So I think be surprised that maybe when she come back she gonna have a butt job and everything. And who knows, she might come back because she had her braids in her. You know what I mean? Her braids stitches.
Hey, you crazy, man. You crazy, man.
She be looking like blind. I mean, like I have to look at her and say, yo, hey, whole girl, come here. Come to jail. Dana White don't have what y'all had. Let the little one cry and touch you up a little bit. I know some moves too. I'm just saying.
You might put on that jet.
Yeah. I get that Dana White money. Just bring it right over here, baby. Oh yeah. Ooh, yeah.
She,
You
you better not care if her husband might be like saying, have another baby and be bald and say, why that
man,
baby look like
listen,
Dana White?
man. She's married.
Yeah, she's married. Wasn't that a while
Hold,
ago?
time out. No, another time out.
What?
Another S gotcha. This is second time out. I killed second time. Hold up. She getting her boobs done. She's married
Well, this
by
happened.
another man.
This was happened before. This was before she. This. Now she had a boyfriend before she got married,
Come on, but
and
come on.
her ex boyfriend just got a situation where he stole her car or something. You know,
Brian Caraway, right?
Yeah, and she had like put a charges against him. You know, she left him for her husband that she's with now. They were together when she was fighting Ronda Rousey, and then they broke up. She goes off with this other guy. They have 2 kids, you know, and he's still obsessed over her. You know, it's like that old 3-6 Mafia song that got your hook, got your hook. Hell no.
Oh man, so this one got this guy hooking Dana White because come on now, let's be honest. Dana White had to do something to that.
I like I say, I'm
He
not
must have.
surprised.
He must have offered a lot of money to come back though,
He had to.
And more than that,
because
she
I believe that she was complaining about she wanted more money.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, though, she was complaining about more money.
Yeah. And you remember she was supposed to be managing another fighter. I forgot who it was. And then she's supposed to have a job as an executive over at one championship. But Martin, because that job must have fell through or something. She's supposed to be some kind of executive or something over something or another. And then over at one championship. You know, and then she was managing another fighter. I forgot what that fighter's name
man,
was.
she get a lot of opportunities, huh?
Yes.
So it's safe to say that she getting passed around. I'm just asking.
I don't know. I'm gonna say it like this. There's my perfect save is going like this. She is sort of attractive. I'm not gonna. That's not my perfect
Yeah,
save.
she's not ugly now.
She's not ugly. She's not ugly, but she's ugly inside. That's the
Right, I
problem.
get that. But that's what I'm saying. That's gotcha. If I'm right, is she getting passed around? Man, she got boobs now. I'm just saying.
Well, there's a reason why they call it cupcake. So
That's what I'm talking about, man. I mean, I just want to make sense of it. I'm not being sexist or nothing. I'm just saying that you show your boobs. Like, he said, "Yeah, I want an executive." Oh, cupcake. Oh, here's a contract right here. Oh, she said, I want to fight Man Nunes and Dana White. I don't know. You can't be a Man Nunes. If you can't be Sabo, you can't be a Man Nunes. Excuse me. Now listen. Maybe you got this done. I, I put some ice cream on it. All right, you got a man to do that. There you go. Anything you want. Now you get your ass kicked, you get percentage off, but it's all right. Oh God, oh God, oh God. Oh, can I go ahead, baby? Like that. I'm just
Yeah, she has a cupcake and Dana has the cream.
Yeah, Dana got a lot. Man. I'm telling you, I don't care. Dana, that man, not playing with a full deck. I think not man.
See, he what it is because he can't get Ronda Rousey back, so he gets the next best thing, and that's Misha Tate. And and really Misha Tate's not going to really revive the 135 division. There's people like most definitely Tanisha Triple Threat Tennant, who should have been in there a long time ago. They put her against an inexperienced model who didn't even have a boxing repertoire, who didn't even have much of a MMA repertoire, who lost that fight on the Contender, and and Tisha and Tanisha is a better fighter, but they didn't want her because she's black. This is mean that she's black, she's colored. Let's say like what it is. And she's over there. Invicta should have been made her fighting for the she been fighting for the Invicta 135 title because that title was vacant. You remember, Julia Stellarenko was the champion. She beat that other girl
Right.
in that last fight. And that was a bloodbath when they fought for that title.
Yeah.
And that title, I think supposed to be fighting for it again. And she won that Phoenix series for the bantamweight division, and
Right.
she defeated 5 other women. She had 2 fights. No, yeah, I think it was like she had at least no three TV. Was it 3 or 4 women? 3 or 4 women that in that Phoenix series, because you have at least 2 fights before then. So you're fighting pretty much 5 fights. You fight 5 rounds, 3 people in one night,
Yeah.
and she defeated them all. And she should have been already had a shot for that title. And then she gets a shot at the contender series. Then she loses this fight, gets somebody who's not even that good of a fighter. And Daniel Wolf wasn't fighting Felicia Spencer, but you know what? That's the last person you want to put somebody against, Felicia Spencer. And Spencer lost to Norma Dumont, and now Dumont says she's not ready to fight Amanda Nunes. What should have happened was, Norma, Spencer should not been fighting Daniel Wolf. Daniel Wolf should have been fighting somebody like maybe Bay Malecki or maybe Leah Letson.
Right.
Leah Letson wants to come back as a featherweight. She has not fought since when they had the episode of Tough when they started the featherweight division for the women, and that's been almost 2 years. And she had issues, some illnesses, some injuries that put her out. And she wants to come back as a featherweight. She wants to fight as a bantam because she's a big girl. Leah Lyons is a big girl. She cannot make 135. She knows it would kill her to make 135. And she's a true 145er. She would love to come back. I think somebody like Daniel Wolf would be a great person to test her skills on.
Yeah.
And Felicia Spencer, this loss now, she's now has a setback. And what happened is like Felicia Spencer, if she was back in Victor, this is what happened. I know they wanted the opportunity to come to UFC, but people like Felicia Spencer, Megan Anderson, they should have defended their title before they went to. You should give these fighters a chance to defend their titles before they snatch them up to an organization like UFC. See how to do as champions first before you snatch them up. They do it too often. Look what happened to Megan Anderson. Remember XA? You can get armbarred and choked out at the same time.
That was submission. That was crazy.
Yes,
Yeah, right.
crazy. How can you do? You choke the girl out and armbar at the same time, and now they cut her. They could have kept her a little longer, but they cut her. And now what's Megan doing? She's over there in Victor now doing commentary. What Megan should do? Go over to PFL. You can be competition for Hype Job Harrison.
Yeah, right. She's gonna be a sacrifice lamb.
I don't know. She might give Hype Job a fight.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what?
If she doesn't work on that takedown defense, she's just gonna be a sacrifice lamb.
Yeah, she needs to work on that. Yeah. But I think like I said, Hype Job has no stand up. That's the problem.
No, she don't have no stand up. She's just gonna be a beating piano.
Yeah, all she is just Ronda Rousey 2.0. And what makes the difference between her and Ronda, she has 2 gold medals. That's 2 medals more and 2 medals apart from Ronda. So Ronda's a bronze medalist and she's a two-time gold medalist.
Yeah.
And it's talk also they want to get her over at UFC to fight at 145. The big question is, can her big ass make 145? But she did fight at 145 in a Victor because PFL had no fights all last year.
Mm-hmm. I don't think she can make 145. It was hard for her to make 135.
Kayla fights at 155. Now if she can squeeze in 145, she can make it. But
I don't know. That's a stretch, bro.
I was a stretch because she's mostly just pure muscle. She's a bigger girl, but she did fight.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Because you ask her to make 155, that means she has to cut muscle, and that's impossible. I mean, it could happen, but you ask her to cut muscle.
Yeah, she has to cut a lot. That's 10 pounds extra. She has because I think she's probably walking around 170, maybe about 180.
Right.
and then she had to drop another 30, 35 pounds, maybe about 45 pounds just to make 145, maybe about 30, 35 pounds. You know, because remember when Cyborg
That's
was like,
huh?
remember like Cyborg was trying to make she was debuting in the UFC. She had to fight at a catch weight of 140. And I remember
Right.
watching that special. She nearly killed herself trying to make 140. I remember she was like, she was crying. I saw Tito Ortiz on the other side laughing. And that's when Tito Ortiz was supposed to be a manager at that time. And she was just crying. She in the hot tub, wrapping herself, and she was killing herself to make 140. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's what I'm saying. I think that they should have another weight class that ones who cannot make 145, at least 155. So when they like up, like if they weight like 175 or stuff like that, or 170, they don't have to cut all that much of the weight and stuff because sooner or later it's gonna be when they some of them women. I hope that doesn't happen to them. But if you
Oh,
ask them to cut
jeez.
like 30, 40 pounds of muscle, it could kill them.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, but you guys got to remember though, what she wants to give up the paycheck because over there in PFL, she's making $1 million, and if she comes to the UFC, she's gonna have to take a big pay cut.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Because UFC don't because you think about it, even somebody on the bottom makes maybe for a fight $12,000.
That's it. And I'm
And,
saying, yeah,
and that's sad. And then over you in PFL, you make maybe about good chunk of change. Plus you get like 12,000. They were getting $12,000, $2,000 while they weren't fighting, and probably still get it. Also, I don't know if it still did or not, but they were getting that little side check, every month when they weren't fighting.
2000 a month.
Hmm.
wow,
Yeah.
that ain't no money.
Well, it's not much, but hey, it's better than nothing.
I'll take it. Yeah, no, I'll take it. That's
Yeah.
2000.
No. I'm not saying like that. You understand what I'm saying? That as a fighter, ain't nothing, but it's better than.
Yeah, it's better than nothing. And
Yeah,
it's just this is where the debate we talk about how in MMA, these fighters, after you got to think about it, after they paid their bills, they paid taxes, this and that. That's not much. And Bellator, fighters got option. They can fight in other not all they can fight in like other organizations like there's fighters that fight
yeah,
like in Ryzen, that's that
right,
over in Japan. They
yeah,
fight in like I said, they fight in kickboxing and Muay Thai tournaments. You know, only time that fighter can fight outside of the UFC when they do SUG, and that's the submission underground.
right. But let me ask you a question. Do you ever think that MMA would I said another 20 years they will move up to prominence and the fighters would get paid top dollar? Or you think that it's always going to stay like this?
Maybe, but not at top down. Go ahead.
Well, I don't think so, man. I mean, we're already 20 years into the UFC, and fighters are still getting paid like crap. So I don't think so. I think the pay is going to stay the same, unless you're a big mouth like Conor McGregor.
Hmm. Maybe they might change a little bit, but not too much. See, like I say, you got to think about it. Boxers laugh at these MMA fighters. Okay, you got to think about it. Even the bottom basement boxer makes more than maybe the top shelf MMA fighter. That's sad. And if it wasn't for the ones who can get maybe a little endorsement money on the side, or or whatever else they can do on the side, these guys are struggling. It's hard to even hold a full-time job if you're an MMA fighter.
Right, and then the sad thing about it, that they gotta pay their trainers.
Hmm.
Hmm.
They gotta pay their trainers. So at the end of all that, they don't have nothing. I don't know. I just and then the sponsors, they don't hardly get no sponsors.
Yeah, because usually back in the day, before they got the contract with Reebok, a lot of these fighters had sponsors on. You remember they had to sponsor the truck on the trunks, and they used to have the little flags with their sponsors on them. But when they had that contract with Reebok, that killed it. And then I remember was one time I think you remember this XA when the guy was doing the interview, he was wearing Nikes. They made him take off his Nikes.
Yeah, they tell him to rip off this patch. He ripped. They told him to rip it off.
Oh,
That shit was
man.
crazy, man.
Yeah, and now they ended that contract now with Venom. You know, and it's just and I remember when Coach was telling us that there's some fighters that they would love to go to the UFC, but they would hate to lose their side money because they get like you got to think about it, with some of these sponsors, they give them like like think about it, $700 extra under the table. That helps out with their gas, their food, everything else. You
That's
know,
sad.
even and even with if they make like 15,000 off a fight and they have to pay for,
That's sad.
yeah, they still have a little money.
Only 600, 700. Oh my
Well, that's good because you know what? That's that from the sponsors. They get a
God.
little money outside.
Yeah, no, I understand that, but I'm just saying that
Yeah, but
600 from a sponsor, like,
well,
oh,
as UFC is kind of like almost like MMA is kind of like bodybuilding. Not a lot of major corporations want to get into it. There slowly are now. Like you see, like back in the day, you had like only a major like beer company was like you saw back in the day was like Mickey's.
mhm.
But now you have Budweiser, now you have Burger King. But those corporations, they don't allow those other than maybe only person I've ever seen that done commercials for major corporations like Conor McGregor. He did a commercial for Budweiser, or I think remember he did a commercial for Burger King. You
Yeah,
know,
man, he keeps getting money, and plus he got his own businesses too, right?
yeah, he has that shitty whiskey he tried to sell.
Man, these niggas. But see, but y'all don't want to get Tyron Woodley, man. I don't, man.
No,
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 I ain't want to think about it. I'm trying to think about it. Get upset. Get mad.
yeah. Tyron, like I said, I did have a little respect for him, but till he did that thing with checking Mike Perry, I don't have much respect for him.
Yeah, he has a fight coming out with Jake Paul coming up
Yeah,
Right?
next
Yeah.
month.
and you think about it, he's gonna make from that one fight, for more than maybe all when he was champion, from all the times he was champion, when he had a shadow, from that one fight, he's gonna make that in one night from all the years he was champion over the UFC.
How much is that? They say
I think he's gonna probably make maybe 500,000, if not more.
2 million.
2 million.
Yeah,
wow.
something like that.
2 million.
2 million.
Because
Two,
Don't forget,
two,
don't forget
mi-
underneath the
two,
table.
yeah, two
Don't forget
million
underneath
five.
the,
Oh,
but
okay.
like I said, don't forget underneath the table because there's a possibility he might take a dive because
Yeah,
they
true,
want to
true.
keep because they want to keep this whole Jake Paul charade going as long as possible.
Yeah, man, he fighting a YouTuber. Isn't that something?
yeah,
They can
he
say all they want to. Them brothers, they are YouTube. They fighting a YouTuber.
yeah. And you remember his brother, Logan fought Money Mayweather, and they had to pay him at least about at least or 50 million because he most definitely money don't come out of the house more less than 10 million.
Well, I heard that he made 50 million in that fight.
Yeah.
What?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
50 million, man.
Back in the day we was boxing. You remember money didn't get out of the house for more or less than for 100 million. And that
Yeah.
fight with Conor was about 100 million. I think Conor got maybe about 50 million from that fight. And then Dana had to get his cut. Daddy David, Daddy David, Conor's his bottom bitch. He got to get his money from his bottom bitch.
But he still came up lovely though.
Yeah. And he's still sitting on some of that Mayweather money. That's why he ain't fight for almost 2 years. He's going around getting coke, snorting coke off of hookers' booty, doing this, doing that, punching old men, throwing dollars inside of buses, chasing after chicks.
I ain't gonna lie. Last week we were doing this show, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. When that half a leg snap, I ain't gonna lie to you. It felt good. I ain't lie to you. It felt real good. You know how I felt last week. People say, "What do you know?" Go back to last Sunday, the underrated MMA Sports Talk number 14. Along the middle, I think it's around maybe like the 45, 50, or maybe like 41, 42 minute mark. Oh God, yeah, classic. Got to say classic. Snap, crackle, and pop, baby. I love it.
Yeah, you know,
Did you like it, Escotcha? I know you like it.
Of course, I like it.
snap, crackle, pop on Frosty Lucky Charms magically
Oh
delicious.
man, no luck when you snapped half of your leg. Oh, that felt real good. Oh, I ain't
Yeah,
gonna lie, I felt real good. I tell you, oh my God, he's like, and he's still probably drunk. I said, yeah. I said, you want me to snap the other one? Oh God, it felt
and,
real good.
and did you know that Jake Paul had got a little medallion made in the image of Conor McGregor. We got knocked out the first time by Dustin Poirier. He was trying to break the leg off of it, but he couldn't break it because it was so made so well. He sent it to Dustin Poirier. When Dustin what he do, he's going to auction that necklace and use it for charity. And Dustin, that's a good dude. He's a good,
Yeah,
and I love that part when people were booing. He told him kiss his old whole asshole. I love that part.
yeah, me too. Yeah, you know what? I like I like crack. I like crack. I like crack. I never really care about that word crack. But I still love that crack, bro. Crack, Eric. I mean, go Connor, crack, go Connor, crack. Yes, I love it.
I mean, it's
You
just
crazy.
that's what I like the brother. He's crazy. He's like me. It's just like I said, MMA is it's I think it's doing good because there's more going on. And, there was like a it's just boxing kind of fall short. That like I think you talked about last night the Charlo fight where ended with a split decision draw. I don't how do you have a split decision draw? I don't that makes sense to me.
Well, because
What?
it was in his hometown, and they're trying to protect him. And we all know that Charlo lost that fight. He lost that fight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you
They was
like
just
this.
they
Okay,
like
okay.
it. They're trying to protect him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you this. When I did that, but matter of fact, you was there, Scott. They were some brothers talking about it was one brother he disagreed and stuff, but Charlie lost that fight. He had him. He had him in a few fights. He had him. He wasn't doubled it up. He was not going to the body. That he should. I believe he go to the body, mix him up. He could have had him out. That other fight, he could say he won. He did got hurt by Charlie, but at the same time, he came to fight. And that's what happened.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, like the other brother was saying that, brother Bruce, lucky, child got a gift.
Mm-hmm.
He did. He lost.
Mm-hmm.
So Joe, that's great. All you need to do, you can go fight. Don't fight nobody else. Either fight, don't fight nobody else. Next fight, I should fight. I said, maybe December, January. Get it on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's the thing is, that's why I think that's why boxers really is just kind of falling off with stuff like this, decisions like that, where MMA, even though MMA does have their own little controversies, there are fights where, as you know, we talked about Marion, her fight against Ashley Evans Smith, where the fight where she should have won, her fight against Yalaku Sakaya, where Ashley should have won. Yes, some fights she did lose fair and square, but there's some fights that Marion had won. Her resume should be a lot better. And the only reason why they put her in with Misha Tate, because if Misha Tate fought any of the more hungry younger fighters, she would have got her ass handed to her. They would have
Yeah.
slapped her ass onto a silver platter and had her head to Dana White and say, "Here you go. You fix that nose and do whatever you want to do with her."
hmm Yeah, no, yeah, that's true though. So, um, I think we cover everything. Cover everything, right?
Yeah, that was just about. Oh yeah, this is one thing. If we're gonna
Okay.
say this about this, coming up is the next big pay per view is 266. Is that Valentina? Valentina was originally supposed to be on American leave. Now she's cleared. Now she can fight. Lucky. Laura Lucky Murphy, aka Lunch Lady Murphy, aka Murphy Head Murphy, and she's saying she got a plan for Valentina. This is what I'm gonna say.
Ooh. That's it.
I'm like this. You don't have a plan. You're just a dog kicking cars.
You something's wrong with you, George. Something wrong with you.
I want to know what's that plan. I really want to know what's that plan.
Nothing.
I mean,
Yeah.
because look, if you look at her last fight, that's pretty much going to be the preview of the fight going with Valentina. I mean, she was getting beat up by JoJo Caldwell, and I like JoJo Caldwell, sweetheart, but JoJo is slow as fuck, and she was getting tagged by JoJo. Now imagine fighting Valentina, who's fast as fuck, you know, good cardio, who could fight you on the feet and could fight you on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, come on.
Like this, Valentina is the mixture of John Wick, Brian Mills from Taken, and she's the daughter of Ivan Drago. She must break you.
Oh, I'm just saying. Well, so I maybe it's safe to say that she gonna do the Tyson on her. So you mean it don't make no sense to look at the fight? Is it safe to say that?
Just look so you see how bad Long War is going to be. If she's going to get knocked out like Jessica, Third Eye, like Jessica Third Eye, or if she's going to be crucifixed and beat like the blonde fighter, Chicken Kenyan.
What was that girl? The Villa Pechuera? Oh God!
Oh my God! I remember that. That was a fight with you remember who's the referee in that fight? If they died, Mario Yamasaki.
Yeah, man. Oh, I wanted to make her be a warrior. Remember that bullshit he said during the interview? Oh, I wanted to go out like a warrior. All right, she could have been killed that night.
Valentina looked at Yamasaki. She took a look and said, "Are you going to stop this?" And this is what I was this. Fighters, your corner people should save you. Throw in the damn towel. Throw in the damn towel. When you see a fighter in that position, save them. Don't feel like you're doing wrong against them. Your job as a corner is to save your fighter. You know, it's not a bad thing to save your fighter when they're getting their ass handed to them like that, like she was. She was bleeding all over the place. She was getting ground and pound like ground beef. They should have thrown that towel in. Stop thinking like, you know what, I can't see this anymore. Stop doing that. Like that fight with the Peg Pennington when she said she wanted to quit. Her corner said, "You want to quit? We're gonna quit. That's it. No, don't push it. Just you feel like your fighter doesn't have the heart anymore. Respect that. Just say, you want to quit. I'll stand by that. Don't do it out of your own. Be your job as a corner is to be concerned for your fighter. If your fighter doesn't want to keep on going, just say, we want to keep on going. We're not gonna do it.
All right, cool. All right, this is what we're going to do. We're going to make our last remarks of Escarcha. Last remarks, stay right there. George, you make your last remarks. Wait for me, and I make my last remarks. Then we're going to close it out as a family.
Okay, who's first?
I'll go first.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, guys, like I said, I just want to apologize for coming in late because, like I said, I'm grinding on my channel. I'm trying to make this extra income, man, because I need it really bad. But I hope you guys enjoy the show. I hope you guys stay tuned for more because, like I said, we got more of this MMA talking coming. Like I said, we're going to get ready for next weekend on the return of TJ Dillashaw after his suspension, where he was suspended for 2 years for testing positive for EPO. So we got to see how he performs when he comes back. And also, like I said, just keep staying tuned to Underrated MMA Talk. We got more coming. We're going to try to get Coach on here as well and some more people as well. If you're listening in the back room, Brother Watch, I hope you can at least come back, brother, because I like your inside talk, man. You're really good. I hope the brother TS Boxing will show up next weekend. And also my brothers Underrated and George Page, who's always here as well. But like I said, I hope you guys enjoy the show, man. You guys have a good weekend, and I hope you guys keep safe out there. Love you all.
Thank you. Thank you. Stay right there. Stay right there. All right. Brother George, last remarks, please.
Well, like I said, I am not gonna be a good sport about the whole situation. I'm
What?
gonna be a hater. Don't talk about it. I'm
All
not gonna be a
right.
good. Don't talk about it.
Okay.
Okay. I'm not gonna be a good sport. I'm gonna hate till I can't hate no more. I'm gonna say it like this: Mario, no, you are a beautiful woman. You're a strong woman. I love you. You did us. You did a great service for us as a fighter. I wish you on the best on everything you do in the future. I really wanted you to win so bad, Mario. I truly do. Also, to that other person, take your ass back home, make your damn babies, and stay out of the MMA. I'm a hater. I hate that. Hate no homo. Call me Sicky Johnson. Play a hater at the year.
I ain't messing with you. I would say this past. What's good, homie? You came to the end. So, but you can always catch the rewind. We be here every Sunday, the best we can, 7 p.m. Usually, I think I'm gonna put 7:05 for now on. Give people extra 5 minutes want to come. This is MMA talk, and I say this that there's a lot more we gonna come. You heard us, gotcha. We're gonna do it on my end. I'm gonna try and bring more people in. And in the near future, I mean not near future, we working on trying to get some women to come on here. So because there's some women love MMA like to talk about MMA too. So we wanna embrace that too. So we got some I believe we got some great stuff to come. So stay tuned, be informed and everything. We'll have a good time and everything. And check out my other two lives that I did earlier. I did 235. I did the underrated boxing talk number 36. I want you to check it out. That was fire. And Scotcha, he checked that out. And also I did a live at 105 to talks about when I was saying that stop giving yourself to people that's want to take away from you. Don't make yourself thin. Okay. I want you to go ahead and listen to that. And please put comments. Put comments on it. Put comments on these lives that I do. And especially put comments on it and everything. Sonny Boxer Talk, thanks for coming. You late. And Commander Lou, thank you. Thanks for always to hold us down. Appreciate you and stuff like that. And reach out to me, brother. Reach out to me. If you got my email, let me know. If not, reach out to me because I want to do a chop up with you. Do a chop up with Sunny Boxing Talk, and I'm going to do a chop up with Ed Gotcha and also George right here. So watch out for that. Okay. I got some stuff. I got some stuff coming too. Better believe. Better believe. Underrated. Always grinding. Always grinding. Always grinding. They always grinding. So, on behalf of my channel, the Underrated Doc is yours truly, the number one grinder. This is the last of the Underrated MMA Sports Talk number 15. Number 16 would be next Sunday, God's willing. Travel. If you travel safely. If you by yourself or in a group, because it's crazy out there. I want people to get safe to your destination or home. Please, please, please. This is crazy out there, so I want y'all to be safe. Until next time,
Peace, everyone.
blessings to everybody. This one is Ghost.
Good night, fam.